Can I speak? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Afan, how are you?
Uh,
Mute YouTube, please, so we don't
hello?
have to.
Yes?
Mute YouTube, please, so we don't have to double voice.
I'm sorry.
Can you mute YouTube so we don't have double
Pardon?
voice? Mute YouTube so we don't have double voice.
Yeah, sure. Sure.
All right. So what do you want to say to us, Afan? Our topic today is about rape. Do Islam forbid rape as long as you are a Muslim?
Is that a topic? Because currently, since I was following you, you were speaking about polygamy in Bible, right?
No, today, if you see the title, we have a title. You can read English, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay,
I do read it.
the title is, a Muslim, he said to us, Islam is a religion that prevents rape. Is that true?
Yes, it is true.
Okay, what is the law of rape in Islam? Can you give me the law?
The law of rape, is it? I'm sorry, but I'm not that familiar with the law of rape. But then I believe
No,
that
no,
in Islam,
no. Hold on, my friend. Hold. You just said to me, yes, Islam forbid, but you are not familiar what it's forbid. So how you know it's forbidden, but yet you are not familiar with it? How you come to the conclusion? And right away you give me an answer in a second. Says yes, Islam forbid. Where we can find in the Quran verse it says that you cannot rape.
Okay. So as far as how my upbringing goes, right, or I can talk for most of the Muslims that I know, we have certain rules that for which we have to abide to, right? So you can't interact with a woman before marriage, like any sort of interaction, physical or.
This is not my question. This
anyway,
no. This is not my question. You see, you have a book. Show me where in the book it says you cannot rape a woman, and if you rape a woman, the punishment is the following. Can you show it to me?
No, I'm not going till the rape, till raping a woman. That is a very big crime.
Where in the Quran it says, okay, my friend, in the Bible we have verses saying if you rape a woman, you're going to be put to death. What is the punishment of rape according to your God teaching? All right. Can you please give me at least a few seconds so that I can just I will give you five. I will give you five. Because I don't want to be incorrect while speaking to you, right? Because you, I don't want to be wrong, sound wrong, right? Okay. All right. Just a few minutes. I will give you 5 days. You will give me 5 years to find me a verse in the Quran against rape. I will give you five centuries. I need just 5 minutes, please. Okay. No problem. I will call you back in 5 minutes. All right. All right, please, huh? Okay, sure, no problem. Thank you. All right. So Muslims right away, they say to us, Islam for sure forbid rape. Okay. I like that. Show me the verse. I want to see it. 5 minutes? What 5 minutes? I will give you 5,000 years. What 5 minutes? What 5 hours? What kind of God? He have verses about you can eat alone or you can eat by yourself and you can eat at home. You have time for that silly topic, but you don't have time to make a verse, a single verse in the Quran about what is the punishment of rape. Never mention it, never spoke about it. Why? It's not exist in our life. There's no people rape in the Middle East. Do we have the land of angels? Rape there is a frequent news. It's not a news actually. This is why nobody talk about it no more. So why the Quran forget to talk about something very extremely important? The Quran have time to tell us about silly stuff. The ant speaking to Sulaiman, or speaking to her friends, and Sulaiman, he heard her speech. Sulaiman, he investigated a bird who disappeared, and he said, if he did not give me an excuse, I'm going to take his feather one by one. He have time for that? Sulaiman have a flying carpet, but he don't have time to make a verse about rape, not a single one. Now, this gentleman, he said he need 5 minutes. Let us see how long the 5 minutes will be. 5 hours, 5 days, 5 years, 5 centuries. We will see. What do you think, guys? Is he going to come with something? Fadi saying, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِفُرُوجِهِمْ حَافِظُونَ. What does have to do with this, my Fadi, you are taking too much hashish, Fadi. Those who guard their vagina, what does have to do with this? What is the punishment for rape? Where is the verse in the Quran says if somebody rapes somebody, this is how you punish him? Where we can find it? So you Muslims, you quote for us from the Old Testament verses saying that if a man and a woman, they do etc., the punishment is death. But you cannot quote for us a punishment from your Quran for rape. That's embarrassing. I guess the 5 minutes is over, isn't it, guys? Is the 5 minutes is over? I think it's over. Let us call him back. There's a person who told me he want to go to the bathroom 10 years ago. Until now, he never come back. Yes, my friend. Did you find the verses?
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, Christian Prince. Hi, Christian Prince. Sorry for this thing. And I know everyone and including you, are questioning about how much time would I take. But truly, I don't want to sound incorrect or offensive. And if I'm wrong, I'm the person who accepts my mistake. But then I would really request you for 5 minutes more, right? Because I'm just working on that. Please.
All right, my friend. Right? I will give you. Okay, just text me after whatever. I like to talk to you actually. I like to talk to you, but I'm telling you, I'm telling you, right? Don't waste your time. There's no verses in the Quran for rape.
All right, then
you are wasting your time. You will never find it.
All right, I'll try my best, right?
Okay, but I'm telling you from now, my friend.
Either I learn or I would teach.
All right, right, no problem. So, okay, call me back. If you don't find it, just call me. I said I don't find it. I mean, what a big deal.
Yeah, I'll sure call you back even if I don't find it, so that I learn something from you.
Yeah, try Google. Prophet Google is good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Who is a Muslim want to find us the punishment of rape in the Quran? No punishment for rape in the Quran. Why? Interesting. So Islam have time to talk about all kind of crazy stuff. Book of wisdom. This religion is really a book of wisdom. Like the Quran have time to tell us beat your wife, which is, by the way, a process of rape. It is a processing of rape. Why? Because when the Quran says you can beat your wife if you feel she is rebellion, and one of the biggest rebellion for a woman, if she don't like to have sex with her husband, she don't feel like doing it. So what do? According to Islam and Muhammad, you can beat your wife. That is an encouragement of rape. You use violence to force the women to do what you want. If they obey you, don't beat them no more. Violence and rape is legalized in Islam. Not only you cannot find a verse in the Quran forbidding rape. No, it's the opposite. Because even if she is your wife and you force her into sex, this is rape. Rape is taking a person against his or her will to bed. As simple as that. That is rape. She's your wife or not, doesn't matter. And Islam teach nothing but rape. And look, all the Muslims, they are in the chat. Not even one of them, he will dare to say you are wrong. I challenge you. Like I appreciate this this gentleman from India, I guess, or Pakistan. He called, at least he's better than the rest. He's trying his best. What do you think, Muslims? So if we go back to the comment where the Muslims, he supposedly trying to get us busted, and he said the following. He said that America is not based on a Christian value, and the proof is the following. Yes, Muslim.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam. What do you want to say to us about the topic, my friend?
Brother, I just got a few minutes before I can leave.
Always you have a few minutes. You know, all Muslims, they call me, either they are driving or they are eating.
No, because it's almost iftar here, man.
All right. Okay. Mm-hmm. And
so,
what, I mean, why you call me? Why you call me and you have only 5 minutes? What about you call me when you have 5 hours?
Because I'm gonna stop it this evening in just 5 minutes.
Okay, what do you want to say to us, Mr. 5 minutes?
All right. So, you say we can, rape women, but that's not true, man. Because in the hadith, it mentions that verse. It says there are steps in that. It's not like rape. What you mean, like today you grab a woman, that you do or whatever.
No, there's a steps. Okay, so you are saying there's a steps to rape a woman in Islam.
No, but it's not the rape thing, man. It's just like I just woke up, so my brain is still.
Your wife, she don't want to go with you to bed. She just disobey you. You told her go to bed, take off your panties. She don't want to go there. What do you do next?
All right,
I
followed those steps.
What the steps? Okay,
like,
tell us the steps. What is the steps?
All right, you're gonna split the beds, so you're not gonna sleep with her.
Split what?
You're not gonna talk to her like. It's not like I'm gonna rape the raping thing. As it says in the hadith, you are not allowed to do rape.
Where it says in the hadith? Where it says in the hadith you cannot do rape? I want to see that.
Yeah, but I gotta eat in just a few minutes. I'll tell you. I'll show you, brother. I'll show you soon after I'm done eating.
Okay.
All right. But it says you're gonna split the women.
Eat and get some vitamin and etc. Because we want a strong answer from you. I'm waiting for you. All right.
All right.
You promise me you will call back. You promise me after you promise me after you call, after you eat, you will call back, or you will.
Yes, I promise you. 100%.
All right.
Alhamdulillah. Right.
No problem.
Yes.
I'm waiting for your answer. Thank you. All right. They call me. Either they are driving, or they are sleeping, or his mom is not there. I mean, not this guy, all of them. And the gentleman, he said to us, he need only 5 minutes. What 5 minutes would do for you, my friend? What 5 minutes would do for you? Yes, ma'am. Hello. Yes.
Hi, Christian Prince.
Welcome.
Yes, sorry for the wait. And so coming back to the topic, right? So that what has the Quran have to say about rape or zina, right?
Yeah, what Quran says to us. No, not about zina, about rape.
Yeah, rape. All right. So what Quran has to say about rape, right? So in this, I would be very frank and very open, and I would agree with you, right? So there is no verse equivalent to. There's no verse which states that about modern rape. So I'd agree with you.
Modern rape. Modern.
Yeah, the modern definition of rape, right? Or rape in general, right? There's no.
Okay, so there's modern. So why in the Quran? Thank you for agreeing, because you saved the time. Otherwise we wait for 5 years.
Yeah, true. I didn't want to waste anyone's time. Right?
Why Allah? He forgot such an important topic to talk about it. Do you think this is a mistake?
So I'll just go through my understanding, right? I don't want to be offensive or be wrong.
No,
but then
friend,
as far as
my friend, listen. For me, I like you to be offensive, but truthful. No problem. Be offensive.
No, but all right. So my culture and what I've learned, it prohibits me to. I'm an Indian, by the way, not Pakistani. So
I am
Indian.
I am an Indian too,
right?
By the way. I'm an Indian too.
All right. It's nice
because
to meet
according to the Prophet Muhammad, Adam, he was sent by Allah down to Sri Lanka. So obviously, I am an Indian too. So, and I like curry. No problem.
Is that like that? All right.
What
I believe, I'll just try to be clear with what I believe, and then we can have a discussion about it, right? Right. So what I have been taught and what has been said in Quran, right? I can't quote you the exact words, but I can go through it again. But I don't want you to. Don't want you to waste. I don't want me to waste your time, right? So I'll just tell you what I know. All right. So I know that we shouldn't. We should lower gaze whenever we meet our counterpart, any female person, anyone, right? So whenever we meet them, we have to lower our gaze. We shouldn't have any physical contact unless it's for work or for passing some object, right? Beyond that, we shouldn't have any contact whatsoever, right? And committing zina, right? Zina includes anything.
Hold on. Did the Prophet of Islam allow you to suck the breast of women who they are not your wives?
Did he?
Yes, did he?
I'm sorry, if you can just please correct me. I'm unaware of that exact line, right? Because I don't go through that in such deep, right? So can you just tell me if it is or if it's not?
Well, I'm asking you, did that happen? That the Prophet, he ordered women?
I am just requesting you as a question back, requesting you as in, if you can just educate me on that, right? Am I allowed or not allowed?
No problem. Your Prophet, a woman, she came to him and she have a guy inside the house who is not her husband. He's like a slave or something. So, and her husband don't like this guy around, in the house because he's a man.
All right. So this is in Quran. You are stating a verse from Quran.
This is in the Hadith. This is in the Hadith.
No, but our argument is on the verse in Quran, right?
My friend, a verse in the Quran, no problem. But you said that a man is not allowed to touch a woman. She is not his. True. Okay. Right. So how you are not allowed to shake even hands with a woman? She is not yours. But yet you can suckle a woman breast.
All right. So can you just quote me the exact hadith so that I can just have a look at it, please?
No problem. This is Sahih Muslim as an example. We can show it from Sahih Bukhari. A woman, she came to the Prophet. Her name is Sahla bint Suhail.
Just a second. Just
you can open YouTube, but just be sure.
It's on your video, is it?
Yeah, it is. But just be sure, please, to mute the video there as a sound, so you can see only without hearing the sound. Yeah. So here you will see a woman. She came, and her husband, he have a problem from a guy who is living with them in the home. And she said, my husband, he is not happy with this guy. So he said to her, your Prophet, he says, suckle him. The woman, she said, how I can suckle him and he is a grown man?
All right.
So what kind of religion? The religion is forbidding you from shaking hands with women, as you said. And I'm just repeating what you said. But you can suckle a woman breast who is not your wife. She is a foreign woman for you. What kind of a prophet? He says to you, to your wife, cover yourself. Yet, with my respect to your wife, I'm not talking about you, she can take her breast out and she can give it to a stranger just because
I believe what you are stating is not out of context, right? Because I can see only your video. I just want my friend to cross check. That's not out of context, right?
No. This is what it says. The story is in front of you. You can read it all, my friend. You can read it all. I'm just showing you in the screen. What the screen?
No,
even the women, she said, how I can suckle him? He's a grown man. I mean, listen. With my respect to your mother, this is not about, again, don't take anything personal about it, please. Is it appropriate? Is it appropriate?
Right? Because,
hold on. Is it appropriate even for your mother?
Just be careful with the words,
my friend. Is it appropriate for your mother or my mother to suckle me or to suckle you now at this age? Is that appropriate?
No, it's not.
That's disgusting, correct?
Right.
Okay. So if we cannot do that with our sons, How in the world Muhammad is asking your mother or my mother to give her breast to a stranger?
Okay. I mean, खाली ये करो. खाली context देखो.
hadith number कौन सा पूछो?
Can you just tell the hadith number, please?
Sure, no problem. Give me a second. I will show it to you on the screen. And this is again, this is Sahih Hadith. So, you know.
Book
Right.
of which? Book of?
Book of
Here we go.
Sahih hadith number. Book of Revelation. Try करो ना. Online search करो तो मैं खाली book of कौन सा सही hadith कैसे?
नहीं सही बुखारी च
सही बुखारी.
पूरा सही बुखारी च सही बुखारी में book of कौन सा?
Okay.
उसमें
He'll
books
tell
हैं
us.
97 books हैं.
Okay.
उसमें से कौन सी book?
Well, your friend, he don't get with us in the conversation. No problem. He's welcome. He speak English.
Yeah, he's in the conversation.
No,
He's in the
he can speak to us. What do you want to say? So what do you
Yeah, no, he just wants to know is like I want to be more clear, right? So if you can just mention me the verse or
We just want to know the book of, like in the Sahih Bukhari.
Yeah,
which
this is
book did
Sahih
you
Muslim,
refer to?
the one in front of us. This is Sahih Muslim, Hadith number 1453A, and this is the English reference.
1453. Just a second.
I'm showing it to you on the screen actually.
or
When are you showing us to on the screen?
I mean close now. All right, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
No problem. No.
All right,
I'm
so
here-
in the
I'm here to
meantime,
talk to
right,
you, don't worry.
I'll have a look into it. So just that's there, right? So it's not clear for me or you. But then, if this is the case, right, what do you suggest should be my way to go, right?
No, I'm not suggesting to you. I'm saying to you, my friend, that Islam speak about things. But,
Right. All right.
but-
So
but-
for
but-
now,
but-
hypothetically, right,
but
because it's
in
not clear to me.
Yeah.
Hypothetically,
Okay.
let me assume
Let me explain to you.
that you're right,
Let me explain to you.
right?
No,
so
no, no,
I'll
don't-
accept.
Don't assume I'm right. I'm not. I did not say anything. I did not say anything. This is
No,
not.
no. Just to carry
My
forward the
friend-
conversation
my friend,
because it's not
I
yet
did
confirmed.
not
If it's
say to
confirmed,
you-
I'll accept it.
My friend, I did
Right.
not say to you my opinion yet. I just showed you what your prophet said. So if you say, if
No,
I agree with what you said,
that's the thing, right? So
this is not accurate.
there's
You have
one
to say,
more verse
if
in the
I agree
Quran
with
that
my
I'll just
Muhammad.
relate it to you.
Yeah.
I have been said, right? I've been said that whenever you hear any information from the other person, right, you confirm it thrice before you pass on to the third person. So that's what I've been taught, right? So I'll just confirm it, and once I've confirmed it, I promise to you, and we Indians don't break promises. So I promise to you that I'll be calling back and I'll be accepting that you are right. All right, but till then I would need time, right? It's not a
Okay,
1
so
hour
now,
process.
so now we go back to our topic.
Yes.
Is rape forbidden in Islam? You showed me that a woman, she should cover herself, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
etc. But you know, Islam allow you to do many things. What about you agree with the women to have sex without marriage? Can you do that in Islam?
Sex with?
Without marriage?
Sex without marriage.
Yeah.
Right. So this I'm sort of familiar with it, right? So Abraham, right? Ibrahim alayhi salam, as we call him, right? He had a second wife who's not his, not second wife. He had a partner. Second partner was not his wife.
No, she
Right?
was his,
But then they
she was his
have,
wife. No, she was his wife. He married her.
No, the second person was not his wife. There's no mention of
She
it.
was the maid, and she became a wife. He took her as a wife.
Or did he?
Now I'm asking you. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about a man.
No, I know that I'm trying to
I'm
answer.
talking
your question.
about a
Please,
man.
Let
No,
me
hold
just
on,
finish.
hold on,
Then you
hold
may
on.
correct me.
No,
Please.
I'm talking about a man. I'm not talking about slave. I'm not talking about slave. Take it easy. I'm not talking about slave. I'm talking about a man. See a Muslim woman. He says to her, "I want to have sex with you. How much you charge me? Is that lawful in Islam or not?"
Pardon me, a man.
A man, he see a woman. He asks her.
Right.
Let us say you are going in the elevator and you saw a Muslim woman. You like her. You said to her, "I want to sleep with you." She said to you, "How much you pay?" You said $10. She say, "For how long?" You say, "For 1 hour." Is that legal in Islam?
I do not know that.
Yeah, this is what's called muta. This is what the muta is. The muta is a sexual contract agreement between a buyer and seller. The woman, she rent her private part to you. The man, he pay for the private part. So Muslims always, they say to us, Islam forbid us from having illegal sexual intercourse. But what is illegal for them? That is the strange thing. So what Muslims, they say that we are against adultery, but they legalize adultery. They say we are against rape, but they legalize rape. When Muhammad, he have sex with 6 years old girl, is that a rape or this is not?
Oh, so he was married to her, right?
Well, but this is a rape. She's a child. But she's a child. What rape? But marriage is about a man and a woman, which mean
yeah. So
okay, do a
so
child,
I just
do a child, do a child.
there, right?
Okay, my friend, do a child at the age of 6 understand even what
Hmm.
marriage mean?
Mhm.
Do she understand
So,
what marriage mean?
yeah.
Do she know what 6 mean? I mean, how you can agree? How you are a child? You are 6 years old or 5 years old, and then you say to me,
Correct.
I married her.
Mr. Prince, can I just cut you in middle? I just have a few things to say, right? So can I just add on to that? So the first thing is that there are certain rules for marriage in Islam. I know one in that, right? That is the girl has to cross puberty, right?
Where is this
So
rule?
that's a
Where we can find this rule?
All right. So the girl, as far as I have read it, right, you can later correct me on this itself. So I'm not a person who doesn't take corrections.
No,
I'm not that person who doesn't take corrections.
My friend,
too well.
this
So if you
rule,
correct me,
this
yeah.
rule never exists. Never ever exists. Whoever told you that he's lying to you.
All right. So I'll just correct that for myself. But then, as far as what I know, so you have to cross puberty for marriage. Right, that's the rule, or that's the rule which almost all Muslims follow. As far as I know.
No.
Right, so you might be right. I'm not telling you wrong. So just
that's not true. Oh, okay. You see, the Quran, even the Quran, says that you can divorce children who did not reach their menstruation yet. So how you are talking about, we cannot marry children. I mean, the Quran have rules about divorcing children. Divorcing what? Children. So how if the Quran?
Mr. Prince, just hear me out. So for marriage to happen, right, a girl has to reach puberty, a guy has to reach puberty. That's when marriage can happen.
Not in Islam. As you see, this is Quran, chapter 65, verse number 4. He's speaking here, this verse, about divorcing your wives. Okay? And giving you options of divorce. And here it says, and for those a child, you marry a child who did not have their period yet. All right? The children who you marry them who did not have a period, what we will do, how we can divorce them. So what we divorce the children. They don't have their period. Why do they have their period? Because simply they are still children. Right?
No, I believe that is in context to if you're engaged. I don't think if it's married.
No, my friend. This is about no. This is about the adda. You know what the adda? Adda is waiting after divorce. You have when a woman she get divorced, she have to wait for 3 months. And this is again prove Islam to be false, because if Allah knew that there's no need to wait for 3 months to be sure that the baby, the woman, she is not carrying a child in her womb, there's no need for 3 months. But here, the Quran saying, if you when you divorce a woman, those women have to wait for 3 menses. The Quran says 3 menses, not 3 months actually. Between 3 menstruation. Now, what about those who they cannot or they don't have period? Who are those? Those are the children. All right, and you know what? I don't want to be like I'm explaining the Quran to you from my own pocket. What about we go and see what the scholar says? What do you think?
Pardon me?
Can we go and see what the scholars of Islam say about this?
I
think there's no problem, right?
I don't want to cross check with that because I will by myself check it later on, right? So if I'm wrong, I'll happily accept that you're right.
My friend. Okay.
My statement still continues.
Hold on. This is Tafsir al-Jalalain. I just opened it. Thank God that the website of the Muslims finally is working, because usually it doesn't work. Nothing works in Islam. Here, al-Jalalain, Tafsir al-Jalalain. This is the official government website of the King of Jordan. It says here, and as for those women who you divorce them, like they have to wait for 3 months. However, there is a woman who they have no longer they have menstruation because they are old, or there is children who they never have their period. See it? And also those who have not yet menstruated because of their young age. Still, they have to wait for a 3 period, which is funny and very silly. Because if she has a child and she cannot have a child anyway, I mean, why she have to wait for 3 months after divorce to be sure she is not getting baby? So here you notice the Quran saying, giving you rules to divorce children. So don't tell me Islam forbid us from having sexual relationship with a child. Islam encourages you to rape children because this is not marriage, this is rape.
Right. So if it's before puberty, it is rape.
It is.
But then
Aisha herself, Aisha when she have 6 years old. When Aisha, she was 6 years old. She was in the age of puberty.
Listen to me, please. Please, just a request. Right. So now, if I have to again cross-check your statement and to see the context, I would take time. So I just put forward my statement, and later when I cross-check, and if I'm wrong, I'll call you back and I'll tell you I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'll tell you back I'm right. Right? All right? So that I'll definitely do it. Right. But what is my argument? Just hear me out, so that we can have a conversation about that too. Right? Let's not jump between Aisha's marriage to what Quran says about divorce. Right? We are jumping a big period here. Right. So my statement is simple. When Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam married Aisha radhiyallahu ta'ala, right? So she was 6 years old, right? That was when he was engaged to her. And 9 years is when he was married to her, right?
No. 6, he married her.
And when was he engaged?
He married her. There's no engagement. He married her at the age of 6. Here we go. Let's show you the hadith. Here we go. This is the hadith from Aisha herself. He did marry her at the age of 6, and he had intercourse with her when she is 9, according to Aisha. And this is Sahih Bukhari.
Yeah, so it's actually, I have read the story and the hadith varies. I believe, I'm not telling you this is the fact, right? So he was engaged to her at 6, and once she got her period, he he consummated the marriage, right?
My friend,
so
she got her period.
That is how I've read.
She got her period at the age of 9. She got her period at the age of 9. Secondly, she is his wife already at the age of 6. So the intercourse does not mean he did not have sexual conduct with her. He had sex at 9 intercourse. Before that, he was molesting her. Now, listen. At 9, Aisha, she have her period.
At 9?
Yeah.
At 9, pardon me?
You said he did have intercourse with her when she have her period.
Yeah, so my argument here
where it says that? Where you get it from? She's 9 years old. She's 9 years old and she got her period?
No, it is, see, the thing is, the way your argument approach is a critical approach, right? So how can that be there? But then my approach is more of an understanding approach, right? Why could it be? So then when I look back into the history, right, the puberty can start at any age. There are cases where puberty has started at 7, at 8, right? So it can start at any age. And it varies from temperature to temperature. Like in cold countries, the average age changes, and when in the hot countries, it changes. So maybe it's nowhere mentioned, right? But maybe she got her periods at that time.
No, my friend.
Right? Maybe
I can show you reference. You see, you are talking to Christian Prince. I can show you reference that Aisha, the Prophet, he allowed her to play with her toys until the age of 14, because even then yet she did not have her menstruation yet. So she was a child. So she was playing with her dolls until the age of 14. And this is what Muslims, they say, because she did not have her menstruation, this is why the Prophet, he allowed her to play with her dolls until that age.
And which hadith? I'll just write it down. Tell me which hadith is this.
Let me find it for you. Give me a second.
And he consummated the marriage when she was 9 years old. Consummated means he had sex with her.
mention इसके वीडियो में mention है ना
क्या रुका हाँ वो तो उन्होंने भी agree कर रहे
she was 6 years old
married but consummated 9 years old
इनका debate कर रहे 9 years में भी अभी
नहीं होगा उन्होंने ये सर्च करें
let's see. Here we go. This is Sahih Bukhari, and I want you to read with me, please, carefully.
Sahih Bukhari.
This is Sahih Bukhari.
What? Okay, verse.
Okay. It says here, I used to play with the dolls in the presence of the Prophet. And my girl...
In the presence of the Prophet.
Yes, I'm showing you on the screen.
No, it's loading. It's taking time. It's for some reason it's shattering, right?
No.
Tell me. Still tell me. I'll just note down the words and then I'll look into it.
You read it.
Do
you see it now? You can read it. Go ahead. Read it for us.
No, I can't. I mean, dikh raha hai kya?
No, we actually can't because of some net issues. We actually cannot.
No problem. It says.
If you can tell me the...
I will read it for you. Hold on. I used to play...
Can you just tell me the chapter? Hadith number. Or hadith number?
This is Fath al-Bari fi Sharh Sahih al-Bukhari, page number 143, hadith, variant of 13. According to the website, not according to me. She says,
tell me
I used to play... Hold on,
let's
read it. I used to play with the dolls in the presence of the Prophet. And my girlfriend also used to play with me. When Allah Apostle used to enter my dwelling place, they used to hide themselves, but the Prophet would call them to join and play with me. Which means, between two brackets, it's not me saying, this is the Muslim translator, the playing with the dolls and similar images is forbidden, but it was allowed for Aisha at that time, as she was a little girl, not yet reached the age of a puberty.
Hadith number
143.
नहीं.
क्या है?
Sahih al-Bukhari hadith number 143 is different.
क्या है sir?
Brothers, if
This is Fath al-Bari. This is Fath al-Bari fi Sharh Sahih al-Bukhari, which means it is Sahih al-Bukhari,
right?
the book of interpretation of Sahih al-Bukhari by Fath al-Bari.
No, we just want the number.
My friend, it's in the screen. I just showed it to you.
But the book of evolutions, hadith number 143, is it?
No, this is no, my friend. Let me show you the reference again. Hold on.
Yeah. No, the net is loading. I don't know for what reason. It has become slow, right?
Okay.
So I'm really sorry for that inconvenience. But then I'm cross-checking it on Google.
The book of good manner.
Book of good manner.
Okay. The book of Al-Adab. And this is the hadith. Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 6130.
Okay. Hadith number 6130. 6130. Once check the number.
Yeah.
So,
and we are showing the screen. Yeah. So now when Aisha, she was playing with her dolls, she was doing that after the attack of Khaybar. At that time, she is 14 years old. Okay. So how you say she is at that time still she don't have her period? So at the age of 14, this is mean what? 14, that's mean about 8 years after her marriage to Muhammad. Yet still she don't have her period. Right?
But that's an interpretation, right? That's not the actual hadith.
No, this is the hadith in front of you.
No, the hadith is the one without the brackets. I used to play with my dolls in the presence of the Prophet, and my girlfriends also used to play with me.
When Allah's messenger
used to enter, they used to hide themselves, but the Prophet would call them to join and play with me. Right? So that's how the hadith is narrated.
Yes.
Now the brackets that you see, right, are the interpretations. Right, so that the understanding is better. Now the interpretations may vary.
My friend.
So as far as
my friend, hold on. You say this is your Islamic resource. This is your interpretation, and not my interpretation. So now you are telling me because it's Islamic interpretation, you don't like it. I mean, I'm showing you the reference. So this is what you Muslims believe. This is what you teach, and this is what you say. So I'm not showing you my own statement. So she did not reach the age of property until she is over 14.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you in whatsoever. What I'm disagreeing with you is the interpretation, right? So what happens in the hadith, right? Unlike the Quran, the interpretations may vary. Like in Bible, can you just tell me how many different interpretations?
My friend, this is not an interpretation. They are just connecting the dot. There's a hadith says she was playing with her dolls at the time of Khaybar. Hold on.
Right.
Playing with her dolls in the time of Khaybar. Okay? So, at the time of Khaybar, she was playing with her doll. But at the time of Khaybar, she was over 14. And Aisha, she's saying, I was allowed to do that. To play with what? To play with my dolls. So after she became a certain age, he did not allow her no more. So she was allowed to do that for a reason, because she don't have hair puberty. However, doesn't matter what the age is. Look. Hold on. The hadith in front of you, saying it clearly, that she is now a wife of the Prophet, correct? And now she is playing with her dolls, correct?
Which is the same, you're narrating the same.
This is the hadith. This is not, yeah, but we can show you many. There's many. This is not only I can show you tons. I'm just showing you one. But we can confirm now that we have a wife. We have a wife. Okay, we have a wife, and this wife, she is married to a 54 years old, and then he became 60, etc. Still, she's a child. So now, after more than 8
my
years,
question, Mr. Prince. My question is another question relating to the same hadith. Mr. Prince.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Hello?
I'm listening, my friend.
Yeah. I used to play with the dolls in the presence of the Prophet, and my girlfriends also used to play with me. When Allah's messenger used to enter, they used to hide themselves, but the Prophet would call them to join and play with me. Playing the dolls and similar images is forbidden, but it was allowed for Aisha at the time, as she was a little girl and not yet reached the age of puberty. Right? This is the hadith, right? Now, he married him at the age of 6 and consummated the marriage at the age of 9, right? Is that true?
Okay.
Right. So here, there's no mention of her age.
Where?
At this particular time. And now,
there is a mention. There is a mention. The mention we know that she said he have intercourse with her at the age of 9. That's confirmed. So now she's in his house. Okay, she's in house doing what? She's in his house. What? Now Aisha, she is in his house, correct?
Yes.
Okay, she's in his house. That means she is sleeping with him already. But as you see,
no.
What do you mean? Okay, why she is in his house?
Mr. Prince, please, just no, Mr. Prince, just hear me out, right? Please, see, I'm learning from you, so if you can please make it much more simpler for me to understand, right? So my point is simple. She married to him at the age of 6, correct? Correct, right?
Yeah.
And they consummated the marriage at the age of 9, correct? Correct. So consummated the marriage means having the first sexual intercourse. That is right? Right. So there is a 3 years in between, correct? Now this particular hadith that you are mentioning.
Okay, let us say, okay, so we want to say to me that
please, just let me finish. Just let me finish, please. So this particular hadith that is mentioned, that is, page number 143, volume 13. In that, there is no mention of age, but they state that she has not reached puberty. Is that right? So that means it can be anyway before the age 8. Anytime before. And from 6 to 8, that is 2 years of time. In 2 years of time, a little girl can play with dolls daily.
She is in his house. She is in his house. Okay. So you are trying desperately, because if she is not his wife yet, she is not allowed to be in his house.
But she is his wife. At the age of 6, they are married.
She is his wife. Okay. So why Muhammad, he took a wife and he put her in his house, but yet he will not sleep with her?
All right. So that is the argument.
What he was,
I'll come back.
No, I'm asking you what he was doing.
I'll tell you that. I'll tell you exactly that. Right. But with my understanding, please hear me out and just I really appreciate it if I'm not interpreted, right? Because this is what I know and I respect what I know, and then I respect what you know, so I'll hear every sentence of what you say. All right. So just 5 minutes if I can speak. All right. Okay. All right. So Mr. Prince, so Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had his first wife, right? He was married to her for around 40 years, 40 or 20 years, right? So he had a pretty long marriage. And then once she expired, he had his other marriages, right? One of those marriages was Aisha radiallahu ta'ala. Now she is the youngest of his wife, right? Now why is she the youngest of his wife? Some scholars say that it is because after Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam died, she was the one who gave the most of the hadith, right? About how to live a Muslim life, how to perform good deeds and whatnot. All the hadiths, most of them, including the one which you mentioned, is narrated by Aisha radiallahu ta'ala. And at that time, people were very curious to know what Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said even after his death. So one reason why he married her at such a young age, and it is said that it is mentioned actually that she was very knowledgeable and she was very fast learning, right? Aisha radhiyallahu ta'ala. So it is said that due to her knowledge, skills, and due to the fact that she could remember all these hadiths, he married her at the young age, not very much before when he died, right? So he had a very less lifespan after that. So that she can live with Prophet Muhammad and later on narrate all these hadiths to different people. She, out of all the wives, she narrated the most number of hadiths. So the reason why it is said that she married him at a young age is because she could learn from him and she was a knowledgeable person. She could learn a lot from him and later narrate the same. So this is what it could be the reason why she married her.
So you are saying to me Islam will be preserved by a child?
No, she was grown up after Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
No. Why he married her at the age of 6? You said to me because of what? What is the purpose now he married her? I'm trying to listen to you carefully. What is the purpose of Muhammad to marry a child at the age of 6? Say it again to me.
So that she can stay with Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and learn his way of life, and later on narrate the Sunnah to all the people who are curious to know about his life.
Okay. Let us see if this is the purpose. Muhammad, he said, if you write a hadith of me, you have to erase it. Is that correct? If you wrote a hadith from me, you have to erase it. Muhammad, he forbid Muslims from writing hadith. So what do you mean, Aisha, she was there to preserve the hadith of the Prophet?
No, pardon me, I don't understand. Which hadith is that?
This is Sahih Muslim, and this is Sahih. It says,
do not... number Sahih Muslim?
Sahih Muslim, hadith number 3004. Don't take down anything from me. And he who take down anything from me, except the Quran, he should efface that narrated from me. So this is a false statement. The Muslims, they come with that he married Aisha so she can remember and she can quote.
No. Right. So, Mr. Prince, you are contradicting your own statement where you are taking verses from the hadith and you are questioning me regarding that. But now you tell me that the hadiths are itself wrong. Then I will agree with you and follow the Quran. But my question is, if you are
what the Quran? I showed you the Quran saying you can't divorce children. Did I show you the verse? Yes or no?
No. Regarding the verse number 143, Sahih Bukhari.
My friend, did I show you one by one? Did I show you a verse from the Quran saying how to divorce children who did not have their menstruation yet? Yes or no?
Did you?
What, you forgot? Here we go. We go back. Here we go. Chapter 65, verse number 4. Divorcing little young children who don't have their menstruation yet. So don't argue with me about she was not. The Quran allows you.
I'm not having an argument.
Okay, so now we have the Quran. So hold on. So it confirmed by the Quran that you can divorce children. So you are saying to me the Quran allow you to divorce children who you slept with them, but he don't allow you to marry them?
That is your interpretation.
This is not mine. This is not mine. It's in front of you. It's in front of you. This is that Quran, chapter 65, verse number 4. And the interpretation here we see on the screen, this is Tafsir al-Jalalain. I can change it for you. I'm having a look, right? I mean, कहाँ है कब कहीं कैंसिल करे हो? वो लाइव में कहाँ लगा दिखा रहा है। अब निकाल लो करो। हाँ उसमें है वो। Chapter 15 उसमें खाली देखो। हाँ ये verse number कौन सा 4 है? Verse number 4 हाँ वो निकाल डालो वो उनका निकाल डालो। I'm sorry for that. No problem. We can ask Zakir Naik about this. What Zakir Naik will say? He will say, Brother Sitta, you're the person they become prince. And he already come with the conclusion. And if we go to the book of Jalalain, he will say to me different story. My friend, it's in front of your eyes. Don't bring me a Jalalain, don't bring me a Zakir Naik, don't bring me all the crazy stuff. It's in front of you, nothing of my own mouth. This is not my interpretation. This is not my statement. This is your Quran. This is your scholars, and take it from there.
Verse number 4. And those who no longer expect menstruation among your women, if you doubt, then their period is 3 months. And those who have not menstruated, and for I don't believe I can see the.
It says, and those who did not menstruate it. Does it say that? Does it say that? Who those who don't menstruate it, don't menstruate it, which means they don't have menstruation. It's in the front of your eyes. I just heard you saying it.
No, wait a second. And those who have no longer accepted menstruation among, if you doubt, then their period is in 3 months. And those who have not menstruated, that is an interpretation which you're providing. I just need a better verse. Quran chapters. Everyone is providing the answer. I don't know where. Chapter, Quran chapter 65 verse here, correct? Exact proper verse or not? I'm just searching for a proper verse, right? If I may ask you, Mr. Prince, if I may ask you, do the words mention that a child not having her first menstruation
no, it says وَاللَّاتِي لَمْ يَحِضْنَ, and those who never had menstruation yet. Those, yes, is children's. They never have menstruation yet.
So those, is it mentioned children, those who have never had their
does not say the word children, but it says it clearly. Those who, they're giving you cases. Those who have menstruation already, and those who
not
never.
Interpreted.
My friend, those who have menstruation, وَاللَّائِي يَئِسْنَ مِنَ الْمَحِيضِ.
Those who have reached menopause.
My friend, hold on. My friend, listen. Do you see the screen in front of you?
Which one? Your screen, no?
Yeah, do you see it?
Our screen is loading.
All your scholars agree. That this verse is about who? Those who didn't have menstruation because they are getting old, and those who they never have menstruation because they are so young. How we can divorce them? Still, they have to wait 3 months. This is what the verse is about. Okay? So here it says, this is Tafsir al-Jalalayn in front of you. It says, وَاللَّائِي لَمْ يَحِضْنَ, and those who never had their period.
Mr. Prince, I have the same verse. I'll just read it out for you, please.
Okay.
As for those of your women who have reached menopause, if you have any doubts, their term shall be 3 months. And for those who have not menstruated. Right.
Okay, so who is the one who has not menstruated? Who are they? Why they don't have menstruation yet?
See, menstruation, I have a friend who is a doctor, and menstruation, what do you call gynecologist? Right? She's a gynecologist, and I am very much familiar that menstruation has various cycles. People go through various problems, and they miss. Sometimes they even miss for a month.
It doesn't say they miss. They never. Allati lam in Arabic means they never. They never have menstruation. Read it carefully, my friend. It's not about somebody miss. Those, it's in the verse speaking about, listen carefully, the verse speaking about those who they give up, which means they cannot have menstruation because they are old. And those who never have menstruation, so the opposite direction. Once she is so old, she cannot have menstruation no more. So how what we would do now? We wait for 3 months? Yes. And what about the one who never have menstruation?
It is not, what do you call that? It's not this or that, right? It's not like
my
plus
friend,
or minus.
My friend, listen. Are you honest, man? Are you an honest man?
Yes, I am. Okay. So like you,
read with me carefully. This is what you Muslims, you teach us. I have a degree in Islamic law. This is what you Muslims, you teach us in school. Your scholars, your sheikhs. Read carefully. It says, and those who have not yet menstruated because of their young age.
But as for the interpretation, as for those who have, where did that go? And also for those who have not menstruated, that's the end. It has no mention of age whatsoever.
My friend, in the interpretation of the Islamic scholars, all of them, they agree because of their young age. Okay. Hold on. Why Muslim scholars, they say, okay, hold on, I'm going with you. Why Muslim scholars, they agree? This is about young age of children, and you don't. Why they get that? You don't speak Arabic, I speak Arabic. My language is very clear. It says, وَاللَّائِي لَمْ يَحِضْنَ. They never have menstruation yet. Then we go.
Basically mean they have not menstruated.
No.
Not
No. Wallahi lam
mentioned.
yahidna. Lam yahidna. Wallahi lam. They did not
The
have.
statement
They never have. They did not. Because they did not reach that point. They don't have that.
mentioned that way. So please don't. That's a wrong interpretation, or totally out of
My
context.
friend,
I'm
okay,
up-
okay. Can you give me a Muslim here have a correct interpretation for the verse? Who is the
So,
one?
yeah.
Who is the one who have a correct interpretation?
So www.quranful.com.
www. Okay, what does that mean? Give me the interpretation. What is the name of the tafsir? Who is the
With due
scholar?
respect, just please don't mock me.
My
right?
friend, I'm not mocking you.
So,
I'm asking you who is the one who agree with you. Don't tell me www.
www.quranful.com.
What?
www.quranful.com.
Quran full?
FUL.com.
Okay, what about it?
In that website, there's an interpretation. You asked me for an interpretation.
What is the name of the scholar? What is the name of the scholar? Give me the name of the scholar.
No, if you can just go through the website, you just wanted
My
an
friend,
interpretation.
what is the name of the scholar? So
I
anyone can say anything, you accept his interpretation. We need a scholar. Give me a scholar name. Who is a scholar? That's it. And I make an article now. I post it in the internet, and you take it. Is that the case?
No, it is the direct meaning of the.
No, if you can just have a look into it, right? I'm not trying to
My
disagree.
friend, I am asking you. Don't give me. Don't give me. Don't give me. There's tons of stupid article written by stupid people. They have no knowledge. Give me a name of a scholar, please. What is the scholar name?
Christian Prince, because you know to read Arabic, and this website is providing both the Arabic and the English translation to it.
No problem,
So if you
my friend, no problem.
Yeah, if
but
you
you
can,
have you
please
yourself,
open
you should not accept an article. You should accept a scholar. What is the name of the scholar? Do they say
Yeah,
that?
okay. We do agree to you, and we will listen to you also. If you can just open the website and tell us if the translation is correct or not.
You can correct us.
You can
Translation for
correct
what?
us if the translation
Translation
is
for
not
the verse?
correct. Open the website. We're just requesting you.
Translation
to
for the
open
verse. Translation for the verse.
Yeah, translation for the verse according to the website which is shown
Okay,
here.
we have. Okay, here we go. We can go here. Okay, the translating there is translation of who? We can show it on the screen. What is the name of translator?
Yeah, you enter the website www.
No problem. What is the name of the translator?
We are just trying to get to know
My
it.
friend,
One
no
second,
problem. What is the name of the translator? What is the
translated
name?
by Talal Itani. Talal Itani.
Talal Itani. Hold on. Let us see if Talal Itani here. Itani, here we go. Is that Itani? Itani?
Yes, Itani.
Itani, Allah, Itani, God. What is that? I don't know. Itani, Talal. Okay, let's see here. I'm not sure if this one. I see here somebody Itani. I don't know.
कौन सा था उसको चलेगा वो कहाँ था उसको कौन सा नंबर था
Is that the one? Is that the one you are talking about? This translation?
Yes. Yeah, you can just open it and we'll just cross check with that.
Okay, so what will change?